Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Giashuddin Ahmed. The topics of my presentation is port state control inspection. What is port state control? International conventions allow the port state to exercise a limit of control over the ships in their waters. This mechanism of verifying ships' compliance known as port state control. PSC has assumed prominence in the shipping industry because of consistent failure of other responsible parties to fully meet their obligations. PSC codification. Concept of the port state control was codified in 1982 pursuant to UN Convention, the Law of the Sea, IMO International Convention, and Maritime Labour Convention 06 gives power to countries to which ships travel to ensure that those ships do not pose an unreasonable threat to the safety of the ships, of its crew, or the marine environment while in their waters. The function of the port state control. Port state control officer verify the ship's compliance with the IMO international conventions. The most commonly used are the SOLAS Convention, MARPOL Convention, Load Line Convention, STCW, COLREC, Tonnage Convention, and Maritime Labour Conventions. Function of the port state control. The port state control actually confirm that no substandard ship arriving his port limit nor damaging the port in the own countries, ensuring the compliance of the load line rules, detaining substandard ship when warranted, implementing a mutual agreed upon minimum of inspections, applying a targeting system when selecting vessel to inspect, harmonizing the strengthening PSC procedure for possible, providing technical assistance and training where needed. Actually, in Bangladesh is the member of the IOMOU ocean regions. What actually we do in the Indian Ocean MOU computer database system, we enter the ship's IMO number. Then normally we can find out what is the ship's status, what is their priority, when it was last inspected by the port state authority, what was their deficiency. If the deficiency or the priority allow us to visit the ship, then only PSC officer boarded the vessel to verify the international compliances. There are few port state control. There are few regime in the world like Black Sea MOU, Caribbean Sea MOU, Indian Ocean MOU, Mediterranean MOU, Paris MOU, Tokyo MOU, Bina Del Mar MOU, Abuja MOU, Riyadh MOU, and US Coast Guard maintain the 10th PSC regime in their regions. Actually, PSC inspection, what they do, they procedure of the port state control, they comply the IMO resolution Alpha 787. Then each MOU also has their own PSC manual, targeted regime for ships inspection, and normally who do the inspection? The qualified port state control officer do the inspections, and they comply or they verify the international compliances. How the target, how they target the vessel, what are the factor, depends on the priority, the age of the vessel, types of the vessel, country of the vessel, flag of the vessel, and the previous various type port state control inspections report. These all the factors are depends on the vessel is applicable to the PSC or not. What will be their priority? Priority 1 or priority 2. PSC inspection, there are two types of inspection. One is initial inspection, one is detailed inspection. If there is a clear ground that the evidence that the ship, its equipments, or its crew does not correspond substantially with the requirements of the relevant conventions, or that the master or the crew members are not familiar with the essential shipboard procedure relating to the safety of the ships or the crew or the prevention of pollution. Detailed inspection actually find the substandard ship or unseaworthy ships. A substandard ship, a ship whose hull, machinery, equipment, or operational safety is substantially below the standards required by the relevant convention, or whose crew is not in conformance with the safe manning documents. Deficiencies, a condition which found that is not to be in compliance with the requirements of a relevant international convention which has a relevant convention control provisions. Detentions. Detention is the major factor of the PSC inspection when the vessel normally the PSC officer detained. The normally detentions will result from a deficiency of a serious nature or a combination of a deficiency. Ships which are unsafe to proceed to the sea should be detained upon the first inspection irrespective of the time of ship will stay in the port